I'm going to show you how to solve Leetcode question permutation in string, and it's a median Leetcode question. Giving two string S1 and S1 return true if S2 contains a permutation of S1 or false otherwise. In other words, return true if one of S1's permutation is substrings S2's. So their permutation is like there's many different ways of A, B, B, A for the string one. Basically, if you can find A, B or B, A in the S2, then you return true, right? And because you can find a BA, but they have to be like connected together. So AB or BA, it has to be together. Like in the second example, you can see that S1 is AB, but you're not able to find a BA or AB here, like a consecutive substrings inside of the string 2. So you have to return false in this case. And if you take a look at it here, there are some constraints here. And this question was asked by a couple company in the last 6 months. So a great question to practice on. It actually doesn't need to be that complicated, although it's a median question, but it's actually pretty straightforward. And obviously, there's multiple ways to solve it. And I'm going to show you how to solve this problem easily just using our hash map to map these values. And the only thing is that you have to remember is that if the string 1, if S1 is ABC, then I have the permutation for ABC. I can have ABC, ACB, BCA, all different sorts of combination, but they have to be together in the S2, right? So what I'm thinking is that I'm going to use our map 1 to map all the values to all the characters into the for the S1, so into the map 1. So I have character A, B, C, right? So I'm gonna, after that I write a hash map, it will just look something like this. And if there's 2 character, it will keep the count as 2 as well. And this is what you can do for the map 1. And then what you wanted to do is find if the substring of the in the S2 exists. The substring is every single character that you start checking is from this I character until that the I character plus the length of the S1, if that makes sense. So the reason I'm saying this is because if you look at the S2 here, right? If I start finding this character has to be same length as S1. So the only thing I need to check is for every single I'm gonna check this 1, 2, 3, also 3 characters. And when I check these 3 characters, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write this substring, basically let's say EID, the substring into a map 2, another hash map. And after I write it is it's easier for me to do it this way. So I'm gonna write CID, right? EID here. So every character is 1, 1, 1, right? So if the map 1 equals to map 2, then that means I found the value. If map 1 does not equal to map 2, and then I'll have to return false in this case because they just does not exist. For every single I'm going to continue to move along this character to look for every single time to look for 3 character here, and 3 character here, and then 3 character here, right? And then 3 character here. That's basically how am I gonna solve this problem. And let me show you how to do this in code, and you will understand this very clearly. So Python has the counter function to write S1 to write a string into the hash map. So after you write it, the hash map will look like ABC. The counter is just easier. If you don't do counter, you can also do it manually, but then you have to write more code. Like you have to write for every single character in map in S1, right? If C in map, and then you do go through every single character, but that's more complicated. So let's just save some code here. So then I'm gonna check every single character in S2. So for I in range of length S2 here, right? And if so I'm gonna define the substring here. So basically the substring is basically partially of the S2, and its S2 is starting from I and until I plus the length of S1. That's the range that we want to check in the string 2, basically 3 characters. Every single time we're going to check 3 characters, and then I'm going to write map2 to counter, and I'm gonna write this substring into a map2, and then I'm gonna compare them so that I can see if this is the same value. And after I write a substring into the map2, it will look like EID, basically something like this. And then I'm going to check that if map1 equals to map2. So if map1 and map2 is exactly the same, that means I found the value and that they are exactly what I'm looking for. I would want to return true in this case, right? And then if I go through the entire I go through the entire string S2 and I'm not able to find anything meet map1 equals to map2, then this condition that I have to return is false, meaning that I'm not able to find any permutation inside of the string 2. So I'm gonna return false in this case, and then let me check, and that should be it. Let's run the code. Yep, let's submit it. Yeah, if you think this is helpful, please like my video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon with more Leetcode questions. Bye bye.